Welcome to the Do Less podcast. I'm Jake Velasquez.
I'm Mike Bramante.
You might notice a little lapel mic. We're taking this podcast to new heights, increasing the sound for the video.
This is the most technology anyone's ever used on a podcast.
It's insane. I'm running Mike's electric bill through the roof. I came over, I charged batteries. I was charging some personal stuff. He doesn't even know the equipment. So.
I mean, you got a portable. There's 75 wires all over the place here,
Yeah.
and we did this whole setup. We didn't even have anything to talk about.
No, we got stuff to talk about.
We'll figure it out.
We'll
Once
figure
the
it
lights,
out.
when the bright lights get on and the sound equipment, we'll
This is
figure
where
it
they
out.
thrive.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a good day. I had one of those mornings when I woke, and I kind of like these, where you can't really sleep. Mm-hmm. You kind of toss and turn a bit, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, it sounds great.
well, this is the thing.
Yeah.
You start with the worst thing, which is tossing and turning. Then at 6:30, the light starts creeping into your bedroom. I knew I wasn't going to go back to bed. Smoked weed from bed.
Wow.
Pretty do less move.
Wake and
Don't
bake.
not even wake. I was baking before I was waking. And then closed my eyes again for an hour. Mm-hmm. Woke up, texted you, came down. This is the most productive I've ever felt.
That's hilarious that it's the most productive, and all you did was lay in bed, smoke a joint, and come down to the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
Let's say you got out of bed, which is
I
productive.
did a little bike. I biked a little.
Oh, yeah, nice. A
Yeah.
little wind in the face.
Nice day out there. It was, which is coming after a week of rain, so it felt good.
Nothing makes you feel better than... It makes you feel like a kid again riding a city bike.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
The one thing I noticed, though, is, like, the cars, the bigger the car, probably because it's, like, harder for them to fit, the more, like, they, like, accelerate towards you. It's, like, crazy. I'm like, dude, like, there's a red light in 50 feet. Why are you, like, trying to flatten me right now?
No, yeah, they raced so they could take a left ahead of you, right?
It's so weird.
Yeah.
though.
I always just slow down because I don't trust them. You can't
No,
trust
I don't
them.
trust them. Of course not.
Yeah.
And also, sometimes, I think I've been every version of a traveler in New York City.
That's true.
Walking, subway, biking, driving. And I
I'm
think
surprised you got walking in there.
barely.
Yeah.
But it's made me more conscious because but before I was a driver, I would take a lot of risks. But now I know I wouldn't see certain things.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is like you wouldn't... I don't trust that the driver will know that there's a bike coming up on the bike lane.
Yeah.
You have to always assume that they don't know.
You always, if you're gonna go blindside and try to like take a car baseline,
Right.
which I still do sometimes,
Yeah, you got to try it.
you have to know where they're going though.
You got...
They're signaling left, and you see them start to turn left. You go to the right side, and you
Here's what
baseline.
I don't like when a car goes like a halfway left, and then they cut off the bike lane, and they still don't go all the way. Because, like, they should just stay, in their lane instead of going, like, half in it. Because then you can't go anyways.
Well, you know what's the big...
You know what I'm talking about?
Not really.
So, like, I'm coming up, and I'm going to go past them, but then they...
they're about to make
They're
a
about to
turn,
take a
yeah,
left, but they, like, stick halfway into
to
the
see
bike
if the
lane.
bikes are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I just go around the back if there's room.
Yeah, but then you could get clipped from the other side.
It depends. That's what I'm saying. You got to really be alert. But
You have to have your head on a swivel.
One of the big moves that has changed since driving is a lot of times a car would be making a left,
Yeah.
and I would just take it baseline immediately on the right side.
Right.
Because I'm like, okay, it's going left. I'm not going to hit it.
Right.
But now that I drive, I see someone going left, and sometimes I make the quick move on the right side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
with my car. So
Right.
now with a bike, if someone's going left before I go baseline, I'm like, head on a swivel.
It's one of
Yeah.
those things where it's like when people cross at like a street in New York, when you're in the car, you're like, oh my God, why are they crossing right now? But then it's like when you're walking, it's like, why is this car trying to turn right now? It's
Right,
like
right.
whatever your perspective is, you're pissed at the other person. Even though
Yes.
they're all doing like basically the right thing.
Yeah, you're never happy. It's
You're never
really
happy.
the moral of the story. Whenever you're traveling or commuting between places in New York City, you're just in a miserable state of mind.
Everyone's pissed, everyone's taking risks. And so if you're not taking risks, then you're in danger. I think we've talked about that before.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, this is a crazy segue.
That's fine.
Doesn't even relate to what we
Do
were just
less,
talking
don't
about.
have segues, who cares?
My segue is addressing how crazy of a segue it is. And that is...
Hey, that's a tactic.
that's a tactic.
Yeah.
I am wearing a Los Angeles Lakers shirt, and you're wearing a Philadelphia 76er shirt. Neither of us fans of either of these teams.
Well, Well, this is an NBA matchup, and
this
it's
is a
Lakers.
classic.
It's Lakers. It's Lakers versus the Sixers.
Kobe's team versus hometown.
That's right.
I remember, was it when he won the MVP maybe? And he got awarded in Philly, and he was saying like it's an honor to be in my hometown, and everyone was booing because they had beat Philly a few years ago.
Right.
Philly fans are hilarious.
Oh, they are crazy. But he's from Philly/Italy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like because I think his dad played pro in Italy and he grew up there. But yeah, it's Philly.
That just basically makes him a New Yorker.
Right.
Kobe's just
He's
a
the
New
most
Yorker.
New York
He's a
person
grizzled
ever.
New Yorker.
He's an old school Italian New Yorker.
yeah, exactly.
He's like, hey, toots.
I thought he's got like a little Philly, the big northeast city kind of like rough and tough vibe, but then with Italian that makes you a New Yorker.
I think he starred in a couple Scorsese flicks.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, so why?
We have NBA merch on. Why I have this shirt is just I think it was like on a table at my old work, and I thought it was a nice shirt, so I scooped it.
It is nice actually.
Yeah, it's got nice material.
Yeah, it's a good
soft.
material, I could see.
It's buttery soft.
This is because I went to LA for the first time, and I think it was LeBron's first year on the Lakers.
Yeah.
So me and my friends all went. It's a LeBron
It is a king.
Lakers.
It's
a
king.
James Lakers shirt.
On top of the Lakers logo is a king.
Yeah.
It's a crown.
Which is a little excessive because I think it was his
Seems like a
first
lot.
season with the Lakers.
Right. And they didn't even make the playoffs that year.
Right.
But I mean, when you're the king, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Royalty.
Royalty. Do less, be the king. Self-proclaimed.
Do less, be the self-proclaimed chosen one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But he's lived up to it, let me tell you.
The thing is, Mike and I don't have anything to talk about today, but we had a couple ideas, so there will be a lot of bouncing around. This is another way for me to say that we're about to segue without having a segue.
Well, yeah. Do less, don't have a segue, just have the tactic of saying it's a bad segue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What was the thing I was just saying? Oh, all right. So we're reading about fables, Aesop's fables. It's like all the classic, and it's basically every story is just based on these things. They're just like little lessons. But one I thought was a good do less one is I don't know exactly what it was, but it's basically like, I think it was like an eagle, let's say, was scared that its nest was on dry land, that someone would come attack it, so it brought it overhanging the sea, and then there was a storm and it knocked its nest over, and it's like the anxiety or fear of living in one place drove it to somewhere else, which ended up being more dangerous. So do less, don't do anything.
All right.
That's the moral of the story.
I don't know what's going on. You're reading a children's book.
It's literally pictures.
Yeah.
When I'm on the subway and I see a hot girl, because sometimes when I read, I really let it hang. Like I basically let
The book or the
both.
Yeah, right.
But I let
Yeah.
people can. I don't really like people seeing the cover. I'd rather them see the words. But there's literally pictures in this, so they're seeing the cover.
Can you even?
I'm not trying to show off.
They're
me
not
reading
seeing
a
the
picture
inside.
book.
Do less, read a picture book.
Yeah, but make it seem like because it's old, so it looks like a very classy book. But if you actually look inside, it's just pictures.
Is it leather bound?
No, but it's old.
It looks. I like an old book because it looks like it's got wear and tear. It's got.
It looks smart.
It looks like a smart book.
It could literally be a children's book, which is what this is.
Yeah.
And it looks smart.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about with eagles and nests and whatever.
Basically, just saying, if you're scared of something, a lot of times you run to do something else, and that ends up putting you in more danger than the original thing.
Yeah.
So you're better off just letting nature take its course.
Right. Do less. Just stay in the current environment.
Yeah, don't move.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you're swimming in the ocean and a shark is circling you and you want to move to another location,
There might be more sharks there.
there's probably more sharks.
So you get eaten by one.
Or you might startle the current shark that's circling you.
That's
so
true, too.
Just stay there. It's like the T-Rex in
In
Jurassic Park. You just got to stay there. Don't
Right.
move.
Yeah, basically that fable is the whole Jurassic Park movie.
Right.
It's something comes, they run, and they end up in a more dangerous position.
That's
That's like every action adventure, pretty
That's a
much.
good point.
It's just that fable.
They could have solved their issue in Jurassic Park by doing nothing.
But yeah, because T-Rex can't see movement.
No, they can't.
Just give yourself like a shot of chloroform, and you're just lifeless on the ground, and
Just
you're good.
knock yourself out.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah. It's a good idea. Poison yourself.
Poison yourself.
Yeah.
Smart.
End of Jurassic Park.
Easy.
Let me tell you, those raptors in that kitchen, I still have nightmares about those raptors.
Those raptors. The only thing is, Jurassic Park never gave me nightmares because I know dinosaurs don't exist. But
True.
Jaws,
And they never did. Let me tell you that.
they never did. They were birds.
Yeah, they're about the size of the
And
bird,
speaking
like
of
a
birds,
parakeet.
they were for the birds because they didn't exist.
There are a bunch of parakeets running around.
If that movie was based in reality, it would literally be a bunch of chickadees or whatever the.
Right.
What's the bird in New York? The cute little ones.
Yeah, like those little. I don't know. They tweet. They're all cute.
I've been kind of clocking. I could see myself in 5 years ish becoming a bird watcher.
I think you already are.
I've clocked I was at every day I go to this little pond in Central Park, play with the ducks.
He thinks he's Tony Soprano.
I'm Tony Soprano, but I clocked a blue jay. It was beautiful.
That sounds nice.
Oh, so nice. And then I've clocked a couple Orioles, and
Bird watching is a hilarious activity. Because
It's fun, dude.
what does that even mean? It's just like you just looking at birds.
No,
It's a great do less activity.
wait. Oh no, is this dead already? How is that possible? Look at yours. Are they both dead?
Dude, I don't know. I don't see anything on.
Oh no, it's on.
We're having some technical.
I think it's on.
Do I need to press anything?
Pause. Normal. All right, I guess
It's
it's
on.
on. I don't know. Maybe
Was
it's
it
just
not on before?
Maybe it just doesn't show. So
Does this thing need to stay on the whole time?
I don't know how you keep track of that, honestly.
All right. Well,
just
we'll
keep
see what
going.
happens.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's good. Yeah, we're good. So, yeah, bird watching also kind of a do less activity. I mean, it's a lot of knowledge that you would acquire, but you're just kind of enjoying nature.
I don't understand really what it is. You're just like, oh, that's a blue jay, that's a robin,
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun. It's just an
Are
excuse.
you like keeping like a
It's just
scorecard?
yeah, it's kind of like watching a baseball game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You're keeping score at the baseball game.
It's just an excuse to go to go to the park.
You bring binoculars, but instead of like looking at the
Binoculars?
birds, you're like looking at some girls across the way.
Yeah.
Talking about bird
Chicken
watching.
heads. Bird watching for some chicken heads.
So to speak,
Rare
bird
species,
watching.
rare
Yeah,
species.
rare species. Yeah.
Indigenous to Central Park, 72nd Street Traverse.
Right. Well, let's have 72nd Street Expressway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you could do some bird watching in Central Park
yeah.
for sure.
So I think I'm gonna take bird watching up. I'm already watching the ducks every day. The ducks are sick. You
you
gotta
think
get in on the ducks
I would love to get in on
because
the
they do
Ducks.
this thing. Sometimes they change positions and like 10 of them fly away at the same time and they land in the water at the same time, and it's one of the great sounds of just the
Ducks fly together.
yeah.
Mighty Ducks. Now, did the ducks start recognizing you? Have you befriended any of them? Do they
I
recognize
befriended
you
a-
when you come back?
I befriended a goose because there are geese there too.
Yeah.
And which are fancy ducks. And sometimes the geese though will fly from the place I go to the reservoir. They switch back and forth. But when the geese are there, they usually come up, say what up.
Do you feed them? You should start feeding them.
I haven't fed them yet. I might start feeding them. That's their next.
That's how you
level
get.
in our
That's how you get in.
relationship.
I mean, the goose is probably bigger than you. You could probably take that thing.
Goose
around.
is big. I was actually a little. I have a video on my phone where it pretty much comes up to me.
Yeah.
And I was a little shook. I was like, if this, I might have to throw hands.
I think you could probably ride it around Central Park.
I'm gonna have to let the fist loose
Instead
on the goose.
Instead of getting a city bike, you could just ride a goose.
Ride a goose.
Yeah.
Dude, goose would be nice. Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Right. What? Well, yeah, you're not feeding the geese. You're going to check out the dinosaurs. every
Yeah,
morning.
I have a pet dinosaur.
Everyone's like, "Oh, Jurassic Park's not real." Yeah, just go to the pond in Central Park every morning.
Oh my god, and that's my move is I don't move.
Right.
But if I start feeding them, maybe that I could gain faith.
Right. When the goose came up to you, you had to stand still. It was
I
like,
stood still. I was a little shook.
well, a goose is essentially the size of a T-Rex, because that's like the biggest bird.
They're big.
Yeah, I know.
They're chunky.
I know.
If you killed the goose, your whole family's eaten.
Yeah, you're eating for a year.
Very good.
Yeah.
Put some. You're like Joe Rogan. You got food in the freezer for podcast guests. We have no guests, but we'd start having guests if we killed a
We
goose.
just have a freezer full of geese.
Dude, you gotta get it. They're so hot. They're fucking beautiful.
What, the goose?
The geese.
I don't know. Don't they shit a lot?
They probably do. I'll show you a picture.
Show the fans a picture. This is a multimedia
This
podcast.
is a multimedia. you can't really hear a picture, but a picture's worth 1,000 words. So we've explained it enough.
Well, we are on video now, so
That's true. All right,
they can see it with their ears too. It's more of a feeling.
let's see. Where's the geese? Where are the geese at? All right, if it takes more than 2 seconds, I'll.
This is riveting content.
Yeah, this is good content right
Guy's looking through his phone in the middle of a podcast.
here. You told me. You told me to show the video.
Find
there
it
we go.
though.
Here we go. It's a video.
Oh yeah, I like that. Put it up right in the camera.
Look at that. Look at that goes.
Show them the merch too on the back of your phone.
And we got stickers for the group chat.
Group chat show.
Go buy them.
In the group chat show, this could be a trend. This could actually be a
Look at this
segue.
thing. Beautiful, majestic creature.
I
That
do
thing's
like
big.
it.
That thing's.
I'm telling you, you could jump on top of that and like ride it in the water.
I think you could.
Yeah.
I'm scared of what might live under the water, though. I was thinking, like, why don't I just belly flop into this right now? And I was
No.
like, I could see there being like in Hey Arnold. Do you ever watch Hey Arnold?
Yeah, yeah.
When there's like the monster that they all look for in the park.
I don't trust anything. I don't even trust pools. Like I'm sure there's something in like in a pool. I won't get in any body of water. I don't
on.
like that.
Keep talking for a second.
I'm not about the body of water. Yeah, this thing doesn't look like
Okay,
it's
no, I think it is on.
Okay.
I think it just doesn't show.
Yeah, it just
but it's,
it goes dim a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
High tech.
It's technology.
I did so. Also, this is funny. When I went to buy this, I went to B&H, which is like a audio video store, and the guy that was selling it to me was just like, "It's a piece of shit." He was like very
What, the mic setup?
these things.
Oh, yeah.
But he was trying to get me to get a lav mic that would be for like CNN.
Well, he's trying to
I'm like,
upsell
dude,
you.
I don't need this. This is like $1,000. This one was like $200.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but it's a piece of junk. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not trying to be like a news reporter.
Yeah, we're not Brian Williams here.
Yeah.
Reporting from the
We're
helicopter.
recording a
getting shot
podcast
down.
on an iPhone.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah, no. Well, it's better than what we had, which was nothing. So
That's true. Because usually you just have the iPhone sound. Now you got these. Look at these things too. They look good. I think.
they look like palm trees, but
I like
they
it.
look like a salt and pepper palm tree.
The thing is,
This is like this is an old palm tree.
I have more subtle ones, but I think these ones I like because they make us look like we're going to the ball in our
Right.
sports t-shirt.
It also looks it looks like a corsage or what do you call that thing?
I think corsage. You nailed it. A lapel.
It's something when you like go to
Corsage.
prom and they like
Yeah,
put
corsage.
yeah.
I think you got it.
I think that's what the girls wear. This is like something, whatever. It doesn't matter. Do less, don't care.
Yeah, do less. Don't get the words right.
Yeah.
Where were we going?
Well, I don't know. Well, you showed them the merch for the group chat show, but this is an actual segue because
Wow, good
the
job.
group chat. Yeah, well, look at that. It's crazy. The group chat show sticker says if the chat gets leaked, we all go to jail. Because let's be honest, nobody wants your group chat released to the public because there's a lot of inside jokes, there's a lot of absurd things that are said, but we're comedians, we're joking around, right? But out of context, not going to be great. So typically this chat, I think all of us have it muted on our phone because the name of it, if it popped up,
The name we don't need to disclose, but it's very misogynistic.
Yeah.
However, the girl in the chat is the one that came up with it, so we've allowed it.
right. She likes the joke.
Yeah.
So, but you don't want other people to see it. So that's why I have the chat muted on my phone
Same.
so that doesn't pop up.
Well, because there was one time when I was going to a restaurant,
Yeah.
and this is when they had to check your vaccination cards.
Yeah.
And this like beautiful girl, I'm like, this girl, I think she might be into me.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure she's just being.
Then
good
she
at
saw
her
the name
job.
of the chat, and that was the only reason why she's not into you.
Well, it just her face slowly transformed to disgust.
Yeah.
But anyways, the chat got leaked.
The chat got leaked because Jake was like doing a screen share at
I had
work.
to set up a printer at work so that I could take more resources from my company and print stuff at my office.
Right.
I mean, I was printing work documents,
So it's karma.
but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But the iMessage is connected to your laptop, and I didn't know that if you mute it on your phone, it doesn't mean it's not muted on the laptop. So I screen share, and this basically the company is helping me set it up, and while they have control of my computer, basically.
Right.
They're seeing everything I'm seeing.
Right.
And as I'm doing it, the chat is just firing off. I don't know what's being said. All I know is
The
it's
name
a
of the chat keeps
misogynistic
popping.
name
Yeah.
that keeps popping up, and May is not chiming in, so it just looks like the fellas. Just being, like, it just looks like an insane
Yeah, it's
thing.
not good.
So there is a chance I get fired. but if it was reported.
But yeah, this guy, look, how are we supposed to know? You work, like I said, 5 minutes every 2 years. So, like, we're not supposed to know you're going to be in this situation.
I don't blame you guys.
Well, afterwards, you're like, you dumb fucks.
Well, I was saying you dumb fucks, partly joking.
Well,
but
I
also,
stopped-
Also, partly
yeah.
because I was like, I'm on a screen share right now, and then it kept going.
Yeah.
And then I was like, guys, please. and then I just changed the name.
Well, I stopped, but then, like, I think Ben actually just got mad that he was being muzzled. So he sent like 10 letters in a row just to give
Yeah.
you notifications.
Well, that's why I changed the name.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Anyways, the chat got leaked, and Jake might be going to jail.
I'm going to jail.
But it's a joke. We're comedians.
It's a joke. Whatever. There's a chance I have to explain myself. I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
Right, right.
But yeah, so that happened this week, and
It's
do
all
less-
good. It's all good.
Do less, don't have friends.
Don't have friends. Don't have group. You don't need a name for the group chat. I think that's already too much.
I do like a group chat name, but I think there should be one that I think the one that is in place now is
It's more of an
actually
inside
more
joke,
offensive,
but it's an inside joke.
but it's an inside joke, and to the outside observer, it just looks like it's like dumb pranks.
Well, we've suggested changing the name multiple times, and May's like, "No way! What do you guys?"
I know,
lame?"
but
yeah.
I can't risk that again.
No,
I'm
we can't
scarred,
risk
I'm scarred.
it. It's done. It's done. It had a great run. Honestly, it lasted such a long time that I
mean,
was
we could-
honestly thinking like it's gonna get leaked at some point, and we got to change this.
We could change it back, I guess.
No. It's out.
I never liked it, and then I kind of liked it, and then now that it's gone, I miss it.
Yeah, I do miss it.
So maybe we.
It's kind of our chat name.
All right, we'll change it.
You can't go back though. I don't know if you can ever go back. I don't have review.
Watch me get called in the. I'll change it back. Then I get called in the office. They're like, "Let's look. Give us your phone." Come on.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Obviously, we don't believe it.
I'm kidding.
Anyways, I don't even think anyone knows what we're talking about.
Yeah,
That might be too inside baseball, so to
very
speak.
inside. But
yeah.
having said all this Saturday, the group chat's in Atlantic City. Get your tickets.
Right.
It's gonna be a hot show.
Atlantic City, New Jersey. Ever heard of
And
it?
if you don't, follow on Instagram, Group Chat Comedy Show. And this week we had another scare. We thought the Group Chat Comedy Show was getting hacked, like our Do Less Instagram got hacked.
It was getting hacked, but it was by one of the members of the group chat.
But it wasn't hacked because I did send the password.
Right.
But then I deleted the group chat once it started firing off, and in front of a coworker. So I deleted the group chat, and then
Yeah.
when you were like our group chat, and then immediately after I deleted it, you're like the group chat comedy show Instagram is getting hacked, and I couldn't find the password.
I had a feeling it might be somebody in the chat because it was a Manhattan phone.
Yeah.
But who
You never
knows?
know. You never know.
You never know.
Right.
And so, just like the Do Less Instagram got hacked, and we had to delete it instead of try to revive it or change the password. We just cut our losses, and we haven't had an Instagram since.
Nor will we ever.
I don't think we should.
No.
I'm not ruling it out, but I don't think we need it. Do less.
TBD. You never know.
All right.
I mean, we're constantly upgrading the quality of this production, so at a certain point it might make sense. But as of right now,
Well, last week we had video of the pod, and then I just deleted it, and so I didn't have to cut a clip because it's gone. It's in the lost files.
it's a good way to. It's a good tactic.
What do you want me to do? I can't cut a clip. I don't have it.
Right.
And the reason I don't have it, I deleted it.
It's a good move.
I
Anytime-
needed a clear space.
If you deleted it, it is out of. It never really happened.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't
And then
exist.
you did less.
Right, exactly.
Retroactively.
Right. All right. So I think we got to switch topics. Let's find another segue that's not a segue because we're really stalling here.
Okay, what do we want to talk about?
We want to talk about.
That's good.
That's a good segue.
Well,
Do we have anything for the new segment of Is This Less?
is this less? I haven't thought of anything, but we come up with something. What are some things in your day-to-day life that you struggle with? What do you better yet? What do you think is the biggest waste of time?
Social media.
Yeah, social media. But we've touched on it so many times.
Yeah. I have a pet rock.
Why'd you find that?
This was a gift from somebody at work.
Probably still kill that thing.
It's sort of
Why
a-
does it? It has holes in the box. Like it
Well,
needs
the
to
rock
breathe.
needs to breathe.
Yeah, that's so. Funny.
This is Mike Rock.
Mike Rock. Rock of a Nation. Let me see.
a bit-
Wow.
it's a bit-
This is a good one.
It's a big responsibility.
This is a good rock here.
I have a pet.
You hear that? You can hear the.
And I
owls.
don't really understand because
Could you skip it?
it's kind of like a gag gift, but when I was given it, I was like, I know I have a responsibility to take care of this
I'm
thing.
petting it.
Yeah. And it's like got holes in the box, so you think it needs to breathe.
It's a good rock. Dude.
And then it has like a whole manual on how to take care of it.
What does it say to do?
You know, you got to like treat it. You got to take it out of its habitat for like 15 minutes a day.
You should
And I'm
bring
like,
it to-
is this real? I'm starting to convince myself that like this is a real pet.
You should bring it to Central Park.
You feed the ducks.
The rock.
Like the duck, the
Skip
rock
the
could
rock.
make friends with
The ducks.
the ducks.
That'd be fun.
I could skip this across the water. See if it
Take
survives.
out a duck.
It's a heavy rock. It's got good weight.
No, it's got good weight. It's almost too good of a rock to keep as a pet. You almost need this. One of my friends, this is pretty smart,
Yeah.
because the city's a little dangerous. You got to be on your toes out there. He keeps a couple rocks in the pocket, and that's his weapon.
Rock is a weapon.
Because if you read, speaking of fables, David and Goliath, boy with the slingshot,
Right.
is the victor. You get a rock, someone comes, you run away, turn around, pelt them. It's kind of a good move.
I could carry this. This guy could save my life.
That thing would destroy somebody. This
Oh,
thing's
my
got
God.
some weight to it.
Mike Rock right here.
Mike Rock might
Because
save
we
your
know
life.
I'm a rock brother.
The thing
Chris
is,
Rock.
though, if you throw it at someone, you got to run back at the rock, because that one's a pet.
I know I
See,
can't
a
lose
rock,
him.
a rock that's not a pet, you can really leave it.
So this is a weapon,
It's a,
A
weapon,
pet.
a pet.
a best friend.
That's-
Have a rock be everything you need. This is my rock.
It's a rock. That rock's your
This
rock.
rock is my rock.
Yeah. No, it's. I think the rock weapon move is smart.
Yeah, I do like that.
And the thing is, I'm nervous because Dulas's influence is so vast that in the news we're just going to read about people getting pelted with
Oh
rocks
yeah.
soon
New York
enough.
Post is gonna be like, man, pelts. Subway riders.
20 rock peltings this week in New York City.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing it though.
I think you always carry a rock in the pocket.
You have to.
Because I used to have like a knife, but I'm like, when am I going to use this?
You have a knife. This guy tried to go into Barclays Center with a fucking blade. They were like, "Sir, what is this?" He was like, "Oh yeah, I use it to cut my seatbelt off."
The ultimate thing is the batons,
Yeah.
the metal batons.
Right.
That's a good one because you keep people at bay.
With one of those.
Stay back.
It's like one of these bats.
Or a bat, but you can't really carry a bat around.
Sometimes I like putting a bat next to my bed just
Yeah.
because, when somebody breaks in, I could just take a good old crack at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you need these distance, but a rock's not bad.
Might have to procure a slingshot too.
Or it depends how good your arm is.
I got
If
a
you
terrible
got,
arm.
if you got a good arm,
Notoriously, I have a terrible
that's the
arm.
weapon.
Yeah.
The arm's the weapon.
The arm is the
The
weapon.
rock's the ammunition.
Do less. Just have a rock.
And you know what? Free weapon. You don't got to go shopping.
No.
I mean, you got to go shopping, but you just go to the park and you pick some free weapons out.
Yeah, the park is full of weapons.
I'm going rock and stick.
Stick and a rock.
Stick and a rock. And then you can also play some games. You ever play those games?
What game could you play with this?
Fetch.
Take it back to basics.
Yeah.
Entertain yourself with nature. I like it.
It's entertaining. That's what we've talked about most of this pod.
Yeah.
The ducks, the birds, the rocks, the sticks. It all comes together.
Sticks and stones will
Sticks
break
and-
my bones, but
Yeah,
will
but
break other people's bones when I
Words will
throw
never
it at
hurt
them.
you. That's why if some guy comes, you can't just tell him to go fuck himself. You got to hit him with a stick and pelt him with a rock. The old 1-2.
The old 1-2
Or you
punch.
pelt him with a rock, you run over, hit him a couple times with the stick, and then you run away. That's really the move.
That's true. It's a 1-2 punch. It's like a jab and an uppercut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why if you're going to go run in the park late at night, carry a couple sticks and rocks.
Yeah, the stick you could probably jab somebody in the eye with the stick.
I think you hit someone in the eye with the rock, and then you come over, hit him over the head with the stick.
No.
Depends the type of stick.
Yeah, how heavy is the stick?
You want to get a thick stick, I think, like a
Yeah,
bat.
Right.
Nice thick stick. Nice,
What's that Teddy Roosevelt
weighty.
thing? It's like walk with a big stick or something.
It's talk softly but carry a big stick.
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking
That's
about.
literally what he's talking about. He's
Right.
talking about running late at night in Central Park. He's like, make sure your feet are light
Yeah.
and that you got a stick with you.
Talks.
That's the 10-year-old's
Carry a big stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be using stick as another thing, but
That is a good do less tip, actually.
yeah.
Carry sticks and rocks.
Well, yeah.
Because a lot of people, all these girls, they get pepper spray, you know, they
Right.
get mace. Crazy.
No,
Get a
it's
rock,
wild.
get a stick.
Yeah.
All right? Be classy.
Yeah, all these girls all these girls got like nunchucks and
Yeah, and nunchucks and ninja stars. What, are you going to pelt someone with a ninja star?
Yeah, seriously.
Go back to basics.
Back to basics. Yeah.
Some guy comes to attack you, you stone him.
Yeah. That's what they used to do back in the old days, a good
Yeah.
old stoning.
Yeah, stoning.
Yeah.
You got to stone him.
Yeah. All right. So we just changed the way people defend
It
themselves.
is my friend's idea, the rock, at least. The stick, but that's us. But
What do you mean your friend's idea is the rock? Oh, because he carries around.
carries
rock.
multiple rocks. It's a thing he's been doing.
Has he ever used one of them?
He hasn't, and he also recently was robbed in Central Park. So I'm like, I don't think the rocks work.
I don't think they helped.
You
This
needed
is
the
the guy
stick.
who was robbed?
Yeah, he should have gotten the stick.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you got to be ready to use the rocks. You got to walk around with like hands in your pockets, ready to
Right.
use the rock.
The thing is, if someone gets close to you, it's hard to use the rock. It's more of a far away thing. That's why I
Right.
think you need the stick too, because you got close quarters combat and distance.
Stick. Well, stick.
Yeah.
You can keep them at a distance.
What do they call archers again? There's like a name for that. It's like something.
I think you just said it. Archery,
Maybe archery.
bow and arrow.
Whatever.
You could probably
If you
out
have
of
a
a stick. You could probably create a bow and arrow where you shoot the rock from the
If
stick.
you could bow and arrow a stick and
Yeah.
then use it as a stick as well,
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, because then it's multi-purpose.
Right.
You don't need like everyone's got like one of these pocket knives where they got like a laser pointer.
Or you could just fashion a stick into an arrow and javelin.
yeah, little Olympics.
Yeah, like in Troy, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's that scene where Achilles is on the horse and he just launches a spear, and it's Achilles, they say in the movie, but it's really Brad Pitt, and he launches a spear, and and that's what I would do with a stick, I feel like.
You got to sharpen it somewhere, which is why you have the rock.
Yes.
You sharpen it on the rock.
Or
Sticking
knife.
a rock is all you need. You can literally do
Or
anything.
knife. The knife really is not to use in combat. The knife is to fashion the stick.
Right.
But you don't really want to, because you don't want to get arrested. You don't want to kill someone. You want the stick to just go through the hair, and it like leaves the line, like it shaves the middle of their head.
It gives them like a fade,
Yeah.
but like with a line on the
A
side.
reverse mohawk.
It's actually doing them-
or like the Dominican.
It's doing them a favor. They're
Yeah.
getting like a good cut.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you just take a little hair off the head, and they're like, I'm not fucking with that guy. He's like, I
You got to be accurate with the stick throw.
yeah, it's all about the sticks.
I think us all makes a ton of sense, and we're really changing the way people are defending themselves in the city.
Yeah. I think I'm going to get a baton and a rock. And then what I might do is instead of throwing the rock, I'm going to self-pitch. Just self-pitch.
A little soft toss.
Take batting practice on these people.
Yeah, Aaron Judge it to somebody across the way. These are ideas, and they're creative, and I like that.
Other move,
Yeah.
carry a bat, dress up nicely. Because
Okay.
if you're looking
Like you're in
you,
a suit.
yeah, if you look like you now, but you have a bat, oh, this guy's going to play baseball. You're
Right.
wearing a suit, you have a bat. That guy's going to hit somebody. No one's fucking with the guy who's dressed nicely with a bat.
You could be rocking like a Tom Ford suit, walking through
bat.
the park with a baseball bat.
You're like, I'm playing
You're like,
baseball.
what's up with this
Cops
guy?
come, you say I'm playing baseball.
Right, but you just have it
Yeah.
as a defense. That's good.
That's why you have to undo the tie, just in case a cop does come.
Well, you need to be a little loose to
Yeah.
play. Yeah.
Because they're like, what are you doing with the bat? They're like, I'm taking a couple of cuts. All right, no stress.
I'm working on my swing.
I work on my swing, you fucking pig. I think that will get you out of
Yeah,
trouble.
that's gonna get you out of it. Yeah. Yep.
Little tip. Little tip.
I'm like, say when you're like the only one around and you're like, I'm playing baseball. That's a good excuse.
Excuse.
Yeah.
I've always
It's believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just show up.
It's in the pitch black at night.
Pitch black at night. You have
There's nobody else around.
you're in black tie attire, and you got a nice Louisville Slugger with you. Like I'll say, what do you need that bat for? He'd be like,
I'm taking some cuts.
taking a few cuts. Little batting practice. All right. I had a rough day. Trying to work on the swing. I'd appreciate if you fucking oinked your way out of here before I start crushing homers towards your cop car.
Oh yeah, this is all good.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
But, little tactic.
It's just
There's
all
self-defense.
tactics.
Do love self-defense.
Yeah, it's all self.
And a lot of people are like, clearly you're defending yourself. You have the bat. The bat's not what's defending you.
No,
It's the
no.
suit.
The suit is
It's
defending.
the suit. Because if you had the bat and you were in plain clothes, no one's scared of you. But if you have a bat, you're in a suit, people are terrified.
You're like, what's up with this guy? Yeah, exactly. It's all about throwing people off. You got a pina colada.
You got a pina colada.
Yeah. So
The suit is the self-defense.
so what would you wear with?
And people, that's contradictory because a lot of people think suit, you're not as mobile.
Right.
But it's all about appearance.
Well, that's why James Bond always wears a suit because he's like, oh, what's this guy gonna do? But
Right.
then he's got he pulls out a laser pointer that could blow up an entire city.
He has a toothbrush that also doubles as like a sword or something.
Or dude, this is like very Jason Bourne-y. And I think we've talked about
Yeah.
this, where he just like beats the shit out of somebody with a book.
Yeah, you just go put a lot of books in your book bag.
Yeah.
Go to school.
Anything can be used. Anything can be used as a weapon if you have imagination.
I never understood. It's like people get scared. They see a lot of guys with hoodies on. I get scared. I see some kids going to school, or I see a guy in a suit. That's scary.
Yeah, you ever go to Midtown during the middle of the workday? It's the most terrifying place on earth.
Any of those guys have bats? That's the scariest place.
Yeah.
in
Some people
the
are like,
city.
oh, like Times Square, in the wee hours of the morning.
Or Brownsville.
Yeah.
Oh wow, scary. Bunch of people dressed in hats or
Right,
whatever.
right.
But you go to Midtown, you got like a bunch of guys in suits. Put a bat in one of those guys' hands, they're gonna kill you.
No, it's true. It's the scariest
It's
place
way
in the
scarier.
city. Yeah. Yeah, but throw people off with your outfit. I like that. That's a good tactic.
Yeah.
So what would you wear with the stick and the rock?
Stick in the rock is self-defense more.
Yeah,
So I actually think that's when you dress
in regular clothes.
in almost scare. You put like a chain wallet on, a hoodie.
Right.
Because
Goth.
because
Maybe
you're
a
trying
little
to stay. Because that's the safest person. Really.
goth. Right.
They're trying to deter. That's why
Right.
they're dressed that way.
Right.
Whereas if you're dressed nicely, dangerous. Very dangerous.
Right. That's a good point.
So that's
Yeah. If the cops come up to you in your suit, you'd be like, I thought I smelled bacon. I'm just taking a couple.
like, hey, officer, do me a favor. I'm trying to be kosher tonight.
I'm just trying to de-stress with a couple of cuts in the park.
I'm telling you. The suit, it's the ultimate self-defense.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah.
Wear a suit.
Carry a big weapon. Carry a bat. Wear a suit. That's the new Teddy Roosevelt quote.
Nothing is scarier than a guy in a suit with a weapon.
No, that's for sure. Yeah.
I mean, a bat, to me, is specifically scary.
No, a bat because it's out in the open.
If a guy in a suit was holding a big rock, I'd be terrified.
No, of course.
That's scary.
Yeah, anything. Right, exactly.
I think you throw him off. You get there. You go Ninja Star though.
Right.
Suit Ninja Star.
It's kind of like an American Psycho type feel.
Right.
Because you got, a Wall Street guy in a suit
Or Hatchet.
with a weapon. The hatchet.
Suit and a hatchet.
Jesus.
Ooh.
What is this,
No
a
one's
CW show?
No one's messing with you.
This is,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
well, I think we made a lot of good points.
These are good points.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna keep a lot of people safe.
We'll keep a lot of people safe. Give people ideas on how to defend themselves, on what to look out for in this city. A lot of crime in this city.
So it's Gotham, and now's the time to defend yourself. And that's
Right.
why I think you get some rocks, you get some sticks, you get some suits.
Right.
All the money you're saving on weapons because you're getting sticks and rocks, you put that towards suits.
Right. Right.
Go to Suit Supply.
Get yourself get an Italian tailor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get really, really
Go to My Suit Custom.
get it
The
custom
nicer
fit.
the suit, the more protected you'll be.
Of course, 100%.
When they come in, they say, "What are you getting a suit for?" You got a big meeting coming up for work. You say self-defense.
Yeah, well, they're like, "What are you up to? Like, why do you have a bat?" You're like, "My suit is tailored."
City's getting a little dangerous.
Yeah.
Just leave it at that.
No,
City, are you getting a suit? City's a little
but
dangerous.
it's like you think I'm actually gonna cause trouble. I have a tailored suit.
Right.
Yeah. Why would I go through all this trouble of getting a tailored suit
If a cop comes up
if
to
I'm
you
gonna cause some trouble?
when you're in a tailored suit, you say, "This suit
It's
costs
worth
more than your fucking salary." I'm not. Yeah. I'm not eating slop. You goddamn. We've said it.
We've said it.
We don't gotta ring that bell. All right. Well,
Well,
we should wrap this up.
I mean, I think this was a really intelligent episode.
It was very intelligent, and I think we hit on a lot of good points, and I think we educated our listeners.
Right.
It's the only goal we have when we do this.
What can we say? What more can we do with this podcast?
Nothing. Stay safe.
Stay safe. You know how to do it.
Yeah. If you have any other self-defense tips you want to get out to the listeners, let us know. We'll forward them out.
You probably can't come up with any better ones, but we'll hear your ideas.
Maybe there's certain certain types of attire we're not thinking of. You know,
True.
That could really, maybe like a sweater vest. Shockingly, very terrifying.
like a Bill Nye sweater vest.
I'm thinking Carlton, like over the shoulders prep tie over.
Right.
That guy's scary.
Well, that's really good. And then you do the Carlton dance too. And that way you're creating
It's
space.
ominous.
Yeah. You create space with that dance because that you're really moving left to right.
Right. No one's messing with that guy. So think about it.
Think about it. That's an option. We're open to ideas. We're open to listen.
We're always open to ideas. Be malleable. Do less. Be adaptable.
And so maybe the sound will be good on this episode.
Or it's going to be really bad. We'll find out shortly.
Either way, who cares?
Thanks for listening. Be less out there.
Do less.